Good morning, Internet. This is Michael from Trike Bike, and this morning I'm down at the lovely Varsity Lakes, which is only a few hundred metres from our office. And today we need to talk about this new Polar Bear tricycle. This is a behemoth of a tricycle. It's long, it's wide, it's fast, it's got dual motors, and it really is the most powerful tricycle in Australia. Whilst it won't suit everybody, it does have some very special features, which I'm going to run you through. Okay, powering the Polar Bear is a front and rear 750 watt motor. So combined, that's a total of 1,500 watts. We also have two batteries, one in the frame and one on the rear. And that gives it a total 40 amp hours. So each battery is 20 amp hours each. The system runs at 48 volts. And it's a very easy system to control. Okay, the controls on the Polar Bear are really unique. Let's start on the left-hand side of the tricycle. We've got hydraulic disc brakes, and that operates both of the rear wheels. We also have a parking brake feature, which is in there so you can squeeze and put the parking brake on. Lighting-wise, we have high and low beam, which is just amazing on a tricycle. We have indicator lights or blinkers. We also have a horn. Around here we have our controller to turn it on and off and adjust the different modes. Now what's really interesting about this tricycle is this switch here. So we can have the switch on the right, which will give us the front motor only. We can have the switch on the left, which will give us the back motor only. Or we can have the switch in the middle, which will give us both motors at the same time, and a full 1,500 watts of power. We've got a newly designed LCD display, which is full color, which I'll show you in a minute. On this side, we have our traditional bell, which supplements our horn. We have 7-speed Shimano gears, and again, front disc brakes with the parking lock. So just activate the parking lock, squeeze, push down, let go. We also have a throttle on this bike, as well as a torque sensor. So a lot of tricycles, when you move the pedals in the correct direction, it'll engage the electrics. But the Polar Bear goes one step more. When you move the pedals, depending on how hard you push, will give an increase in the speed and output from the tricycle. So it's a really good way of getting some good exercise and not just sitting there and taking it easy. But if you want to take it easy, you can just use the throttle. I'm going to press momentarily the on and off button, and you'll see the display will light up. The display has 5 different settings. So setting number 1 is obviously the slowest setting, gives the least amount of assistance, but if I press the button, we can go up and down, up to 5. There's also an indicator to show you which motor is activated, the front, the back, or both. Probably the biggest problem with owning the Polar Bear is its size. It can be difficult to transport, so you're probably going to need a trailer or a van. But there are some nice little features that will make it easier. We have a handlebar control, which I've just disengaged. I'll press a safety button, and we can lay the handlebars down, and that makes it really easy to transport the tricycle. We can also take the seat out, just release the seat clamp, remove the seat, and that lowers the tricycle so it'll fit in the back of a van a lot easier. And to reassemble, it's really easy. We just put the seat back in, line it up and clamp it again, and then raise the handlebars back up. So there's a safety clip, you'll hear it go click. And now we put up the lever and everything's locked in nice and solid. Speaking of seat, there's a new design on this comfort seat here, scallop for your cheeks. It's got ventilation in the middle here, which keeps everything cool. And we've got an adjustable backrest that can go up or down. And it makes it quite comfortable. The front basket comes as standard. You've got the option of putting in this wooden base, which is perfect to stop your handbag or smaller items falling through the bars on the bottom of the basket. This basket is really solid. It's got a limit of 10 kilograms, but I would expect you could fit a lot more in there than that. One of the features of the Polar Bear is its ability to adjust all the back here. With this particular model, we've just got a normal basket frame. You can lower this tailgate down. It's got chains so you can drop it right down if you need to. But there's also the ability to take this off and to fit a seat on the back, either forward facing or rear facing. There's also a convertible basket which folds down to allow someone to sit in the back. So our rear motor is in the back of the tricycle, right next to the 7-speed Shimano system. This feeds a separate train to the back wheel, which is driving through a differential. Now, this is the first trike that we sell with a differential, and our experience in the past has been differentials are usually not that good and wear out fairly quickly. But this differential is proving to be significantly better than anything else we've tried before. And that's typical of the Sobowo company, the manufacturer of this trike. They are real innovators, and every time they bring out something new, they test it extensively, and if it's good, they'll incorporate it into their new designs. To give you an idea of what this tricycle is really built for, we've got a tow bar on the back. This will take a normal tow ball that you use on a car, and you can put trailers on the back like you'd usually use on the back of an ATV, and you can use it on the farm or around your house for doing lots of cleanup. The tyres are the Kenda Crusade tyres, which are sold as being puncture-proof. Since we've been using these, we've had no punctures and they've been a real success for our customers. We're going through a dual brake system on the rear wheels. So the rear wheels have got dual drive because they've got the differential. They've got dual brakes. And that means if you activate all three brakes together, this tricycle will stop on nothing. So this tricycle has really good mudguards on the front and the rear. They're attached really firmly. There's no movement or wobble, and they keep all the muck and dirt and water off you while you're riding. These front forks are also really nice. These have been specifically built for this tricycle, and they're aligned to the weight that it expects to carry. Because we're running a 750 watt motor, it also specially bolts into the front forks to stop any twisting. So that's a problem with more powerful electric products. They can sometimes twist and move in the forks. This system completely eliminates that. We've got adjustable forks, so it's a bit hard to see, but there's an adjuster on top of the fork, so you can adjust the compression and also the rebound to give you a really nice ride. This trike has two separate battery systems, one in the main frame and one in the rear. They come with two chargers, so you can charge the batteries independently. Okay, so that's a quick overview of the Polar Bear. I hope you've enjoyed this short video as much as I've enjoyed making it. One of the questions I get asked more than anything is, why is it called Polar Bear? Well, that name was given to it by the Chinese manufacturer of this Sobowo tricycle. The Polar Bear is the biggest land animal, the top of the range in the predator line, and this tricycle is built to match those sort of assets. It is the most powerful tricycle made. It is the biggest tricycle made before you get into an electric motorbike style, and it's first class manufacturing. Everything is just perfect on this, from the welding, the forks, the batteries. You're getting the top of the line everything. And I'm sure, based on feedback from owners that have already had their Polar Bear for a few weeks, I'm sure you'll find the exact same respect and also enjoyment from riding and owning a Polar Bear. You're all